reality to get more people coming.
Yeah, wait till you see these improvements.
Oh, we're excited
For
about
the
that.
zoo, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Yes,
quite a
Mike.
place.
Just wanted to say thank you to the Norris family for your lifelong commitment to the community. Seabreeze is a anchor, it's a destination, and we appreciate what you do there. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. I mean, some of my.
Some of your memories?
Yeah, I still do.
Rob's daughter Genevieve is with us as well. So, yeah, family business.
And she's the COO and sixth generation. We got the seventh one.
Well, I get choked up too because I remember my mom taking the whole family there and spending so many days there. And the only ride she would ride is that the little train and the cups and saucers in the merry-go-round. I had to get on the bobsled and the jackrabbit. So important to our community, and thank you for your continued commitment.
Great, really appreciate that.
Thank you. Any questions on this project? Okay, we did have a public hearing on the 14th. Were there any comments at the hearing?
So there was a comment from the assessor who's he's not new to being an assessor, he's new to the town of Rodnoquoit, and he made a comment to us about what language written in our pilot agreement that we already made Steve aware and Rachel aware, we're gonna follow up with him, but we were very clear, I made clear that he was not objecting to the project.
Okay.
His comments were not about the project, they were about COMIDA's pilot agreement.
Is that the right venue for him to express that? Wouldn't it be better if he just contacted?
Yes.
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 Short answer, yes.
Very good point.
That's what I would say. Thank you.
Okay, I'll ask you a few local labor questions. Are you aware of our local labor policy?
Yes.
And do you anticipate any local labor exemptions at this time?
Yes, we are going to be seeking an exemption from that. I've been talking quite a bit with Kevin Oki about it. Reason being that to validate the warranty on this is very, very complex installation. There's over 500 pieces of a water slide to put together. There's only 5 certified installers in the country, one of which we work with on a regular basis. They will be probably providing about 4 or 5 people to do that installation. And then the rest of it is going to be done with the installation, and mostly with our crew. We usually do a lot of this work, and then other local contractors, and then certainly all the suppliers will be, a lot of big suppliers will be local concrete, forming wood, and things like that, and certainly equipment now.
So are you aware that any exemptions need to be requested formally in 45 days in advance?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And I
Yes,
should
Brian?
disclose that Rob and Seabreeze were a longtime customer of mine at M&T Bank and currently retired from the bank. So I don't think there's
a little
any.
too close.
Pardon?
Good.
Yeah, that's, but I want to be on record
Yeah.
with it.
All right, thank you. All right, the secret process was complete. I'll now ask for a motion for inducement and final resolution approving the sales tax exemption. Moved by Lisa, seconded by Rhett. Any comments, questions? All right, Norman?
Yes.
Truman is absent. Lisa?
Yes.
Rhett?
Yay.
Ray?
Yay.
Brian?
Yes.
Is
Well, I don't know.
abstaining. Is
Okay.
that correct? Yeah.
Whatever I'm supposed to do is fine.
Right.
Oh,
Whether
Steve
it's retired
doesn't
with me
have to
being
because he's
retired.
retired.
Yeah, you don't need to abstain.
Okay,
There's no
Steve,
legal
the
conflict.
lawyer
I just wanted
says
it on
yes,
record.
don't have to abstain.
Yeah, there's no legal
You're
conflict.
retired.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay. And then Ann votes yes as well. Motion carries. Thank you very much. Continued success to you.
Great, thank you very much.
We'll be on the slide. Just give us a call. Let us know.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, Norm wants to do the merry-go-round. Thank you very much.
More of eight since.
Yeah.
The next application is the McAlpin Industries, Inc., and we have Matt McAlpin, who's present here with us today. Would you like to stand up at the podium and I'll have Anna kick it off?
Thank you, Ann. McAlpin Industries Incorporated proposes the construction of a 300,000 square foot manufacturing facility in the town of Webster. Completed in phases, phase 1 will encompass the construction of the initial 240,000 square feet. This facility will support McAlpin's sheet metal fabrication business and house production lines capable of metal laser cutting, forming, welding, and powder coat finishing, while also creating additional warehousing space. McAlpin has over 200 existing employees across Monroe and Wayne counties and plans to create 32 new FTEs at the proposed facility in Webster. The $34 million project is seeking a real property tax abatement, mortgage reporting tax exemption, and sales tax exemption. The cost to benefit ratio is 7 to 1.
Okay, thanks, Anna. So tell us more about your project.
Sure, so we're a third generation company, celebrating 61 years, certainly not a sixth generation, that's incredible. But we've been looking for ways to expand our company for the last 3 years, and our biggest problem has been how quickly our industry changes. We need to react quickly, and having the space to grow new product lines has been a challenge for us. So we missed out on some opportunities over the last couple of years, and so now we're taking the approach of building a new facility to support that growth. So when the time comes, we can react quickly.
And that's phase 1 that you're
Phase
bringing
one, so
to us today.
I'm sorry?
That, the phase 1 is what you're bringing to us today.
No, the
Correct.
whole project.
The whole project?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the phases have been changed a little bit. The scope of the project's changed over the last couple of months. It was originally a 300,000 square foot facility to be built in 3 different phases, phase 1 being 120,000 square feet. We recently decided to move forward with the phase 1 and phase 2 to be built combined. As we started to get some quotes in, it made more fiscally sense for us to do those.
Any questions?
Phase 1 and 2 includes 240,000.
Are you still gonna have a presence on Hollenbeck Street?
Yes.
Okay. So this is just gonna expand and solidify your base
Correct.
here in the Rochester community?
Yep.
I mean, the greater Rochester community?
Yes.
Thank you.
Are you anticipating the 32 new FTEs to be people who live here, or you think you might be recruiting people from out of the area?
We expect those to be here.
Super, thanks.
Always good to know. All right, any other questions for the applicant? All right, we held a public hearing on August 14th. Any comments in the hearing?
No.
Thank you. I'll ask you our local labor questions. Are you aware of our local labor policy?
Yes.
Do you anticipate any local labor exemptions at this time? And are you aware that any exemptions need to be requested 45 days in advance?
Yes.
Thank you. The seeker process was complete. I'll now ask for a motion for inducement and final resolution approving the real property tax abatement, mortgage recording tax exemption, and sales tax exemption.
So moved.
Moved by Brian.
Second?
Seconded by Norm. Any other comments, questions? Okay, I'll take a vote. Norm?
Yes.
Truman is absent. Lisa?
Yes.
Rhett?
Yay.
Ray?
Yay.
Brian?
Yay.
And Ann is a yay. So motion passes, and congratulations and good luck to you.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Okay. Now we'll moving right along.
We are, yes.
Gotta get to the
Right.
Under project modifications, Lifecycle North American Hub Inc. / GBR Hub Company LLC. This is an assumption representative, and it's here today, AJ Kochar and Chris Biederman. Would you like to stand and tell us more?
Yes, and forgive me, I haven't heard these numbers, so I was amazed by it. Good afternoon, Chairperson Burr and members of the board. My name is Chris Biederman, and I'm the Chief Engineer of Glencoe Battery Recycling. Prior to the recent acquisition of Lifecycle, I was Lifecycle Chief Technology Officer for 5 years. During that time, I led the development of the Rochester Hub project, and was responsible for establishing the original agreement with COMIDA alongside our external counsel at the time, Mark Buchanan. As of August 7th, GBR Hubco LLC, a subsidiary of Glencoe Battery Recycling, acquired substantially all operating assets of Li-Cycle North America Hub.
No, I didn't.
This followed a court-supervised sale and investment solicitation process, which resulted in Glencore being selected as the successful bidder. Ajay and I are here today to support our application to assume the existing COMIDA agreements tied to the Rochester Hub facility. This assumption for us is not just a procedural step, it's actually the beginning of a new chapter for us. Over the coming months, both Ajay and I will be focused on defining a strategy to restart the Hub project. We know it will take time, not only to assess the technical and operational path forward, but also to engage with the community and to rebuild trust. This assumption agreement you're considering today is one of the first steps in that process. We appreciate your consideration and we look forward to working together in the future.
Thank you. In the original project, there was an extensive amount of federal dollars involved. What happened to, is that still on the table, assuming you move forward?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So we've worked intently with the DOE to assume or transfer that loan. So we're still working to finalize that process now with them.
What was the amount? I forgot.
$475 million.
That's it, yeah, I knew it was big. But
So
that's
it should
yeah.
come along to Glencoe Battery Recycling. We're working together.
I see. Okay. Any questions?
I just have a quick question about the batteries that you recycle. Those are the car batteries or?
Yeah, we recycle any type of battery. So we can take your computer or your cell phone. We typically did that here in the town of Greece when our school was running. We go all the way up to large EV format. So any of the OEMs that you see driving around, Teslas, GMs, etc., we can take their batteries.
Actually, we drive 2 electric cars.
Oh, perfect.
And obviously, as a pioneer, it's not a settled thing. Recycling those batteries is really, really, really critical. So you're anticipating this really becoming something that will be, as these cars age, people can replace batteries, recycle the old ones, and your company would do that type of thing.
Yeah, and get the metals, the critical metals and materials back out of it so we can make more batteries.
Speaking of the critical metals, is that a big concern for, say, EVs?
Yes, it depends on the battery chemistry. So what you see in typical EVs now is a combination of nickel, cobalt, manganese, and lithium. So all of those are on the critical metals list or critical minerals list, particularly nickel and cobalt. So those, there are some nickel producers here in the United States, one being in upstate Michigan. But generally speaking, those are critical materials we want to keep here, and this allows us to do that by recycling what's already in the country.
One more quick question. Sure. As solid state batteries start to be developed, those still would need to be recycled at some point.
Correct, yeah, and they're even more, well, the recycling of those is even more interesting from a technical standpoint. They're very reactive, more so than the ones that we would get, so we have to be very careful given that it's a metal. That's something that's was in our R&D pipeline and will continue to be how we recycle them.
Thank you.
Financial question, in regards to the federal funding, if that goes away, what does that do to your business plan?
So part of our techno-economic analysis over the next few months, we'll look at, I guess, both scenarios. I don't intend on it to go away. We're in the final stages of getting that assigned. So I would caveat by saying the assumption right now is it's there, and that allows us to build what we previously did. Without that funding, we would have to take another look at it and perhaps shrink the size of the plant down based on our cost estimate. So that would be a shame, in my opinion, given we're about 20% constructed now in the town of Greece. So we're working very hard to get that DOE loan assigned.
And have you drawn down on any of the DOD funds as of yet?
We have not. And so when we signed the DOE loan agreement, there were a number of covenants that we had to meet in order to draw the money, and that was part of the focus of Li-Cycle previously as we were finalizing that loan and looking to how we would draw. I can't speak to the specifics, but with Glencore now a much larger company, some of those covenants are gone. So it may make it easier for us to draw on the loan. We're still working through a lot of that, but ultimately, being a large company now, we're a bit freer, let's say, assuming that loan comes across.
Thank you.
Will you, go ahead.
I'll just say, I kind of piggyback off of Lauren's question, but when Lifecycle initially came into financial hardship, they talked about doing a more phased-in approach and capturing what would be the most profitable metal at that time, and then potentially working on the secondary nature to come forward. Do you anticipate with the Department of Energy's loan potentially intact that you'll just do the project full scale, or will you do a more phased-in approach as you initially intended with Lifecycles?
So our pivot, let's call it, when we paused the project was to make say an easier product to produce. The nickel and cobalt sulfate we originally planned was more technically difficult to produce, and then ultimately some of the customers for that, in fact, actually are over in Asia. So we weren't finding the market to keep that material in the United States. So our pivot to MHP allowed us to take that material and move it to other assets that were not necessarily in Asia. So I think part of our analysis now needs to look at who's the end customer for our ultimate materials. It may be MHP, it may be sulfates. We're also looking at, is there an ability just to get lithium out as opposed to taking all the metals? Because there is a viable market for, let's call it a delithiated material. So all of these options are on the table for us now, and so that's what we have to look at. Are predominantly driven by who our customers would be.
But the anticipation would be to bring the project back full scale then?
Correct, yes.
Thank you.
Norm, were you also referring to the fact that the EV tax credits are being taken away, or?
I'm looking at the uncertainty of funding across the board in all aspects of government. And from a federal standpoint, commitments that were made for green infrastructure support have sometime changed. So this project has so many merits from a green standpoint, and it has there's a chance that DOE decides that this is something that they don't want to support. And I'm just asking, what are your options if that happens?
And just so you know, that the federal government just restored funding for the EV high-speed chargers. So it went away, now it's come back.
Well, that's not for you to answer. That's
The whole commitment to EVs is complicated. And, clearly we're seeing around the world, the United States has decided to take a step back and allow other countries to lead in the production of EVs, but
Dangerous.
They essentially, took away the tax credits, which could be an issue. Although I'm hearing Ford just announced a huge project to build $30,000 electric vehicles. And they took away funding for high-speed chargers, which people who are reluctant to drive electric cars have range anxiety. And in order when you travel, like we go to Chicago a lot, and initially it was challenging. But that...
It's his time.
That funding is now restored, so there are people nervous about where EV's going. I don't think they're going anywhere. I'll defer to you.
Yes.
How much I am the head of Glencore Recycling. This
Okay.
is the smartest son.
Okay, yeah.
But Ajay, you're the founder.
Okay.
I'm the original founder
Yes,
of Lifecycle.
yes.
But,
Okay.
just quickly on the DOE, just to answer the question.
Yes.
So the loan actually has been assigned
Okay,
to Glencore Battery Recycling.
okay,
What we're in progress of doing is trying to, because Glencore is a $200 billion revenue company.
right.
And about 150,000 employees, $50 billion market cap. So all the controls that were on Lifecycle before, which were warranted, given its taxpayer money, Glencore has a balance sheet, right? So we're trying to just make it a bit more friendly to us, basically, the DOE, but the baseline loan is there, just to be clear. And then the second thing, just on the EV point, the key thing now for us is just also to emphasize that these are critical metals. So from a defense standpoint, a supply chain standpoint, it's also very DoD aligned now. This is the same importance, right? So EVs are a big driver for us, but like anything defense oriented, anything about supply chain is also very critical.
That's a better answer, thank you. It's a better answer than yours.
I'm a
Okay,
rookie, I'm a
all right.
rookie.
Now,
I only
now.
drive electric cars, I don't build them.
Brian?
It's a loan and not a grant, so there's some incentive
Right.
That's right.
for the DOE
Right.
to work
That's
with
right.
Glencore. And, yeah.
No, Glencore did a great job. There are actually two gentlemen who are coming, just got delayed on their flight, two executives from New York, so they'll come later, we'll see if people are around. But they did a great job to get the loan signed, because they basically worked with the administration and then the DOE. I wasn't so involved with that, so that's good. So we have, basically the point is, we have the money.
It's always
Now it's
better
like,
to have them.
how do we move forward
Really, really
with the
bad.
customers,
Yeah.
you know, given time's elapsed and making sure we do all that community.
Yeah,
The rookie has another comment.
Yeah, just final comment, if you're worried about how much it costs to buy an electric vehicle, just charge it.
There you go.
Oh, God, oh, my goodness.
It's a dad joke, very dad joke.
Can I strike that from the minutes?
If I may, while you're both there, obviously, you know, you went through some financial hardships, which is not uncommon in business, but, you know, the community felt disenfranchised. You know, you have some repairs to make there. What would be your first goal, and how would you achieve that moving forward to repair those?
It's a good one. So, I've been involved for 5 years, and I always looked at it as this isn't my home, but I should treat it as such. So, I come down here with a lot of respect, and I understand that we've misstepped to some extent, and so we've reached out to a lot of our key suppliers, Frank Will and Son, with O'Connor Electric, the ones that were really doing an excellent job at the plant site, and we've interacted with them. We've actually had some work ongoing with them in the past to support the DOE loan. But to me, that's really what we have to continue to do, is just be present and be aware that we have to repair the bridges that we originally had. So we're working on it. Maybe one note as well for the board is that we've had several visitors through the hub as part of the sales process that Glencore ultimately was chosen for. And the comments that we received were all very positive about the local labor that we used. They were all very impressed with the construction work. We had very little rework as we were moving forward, so it was all very, very positive as we looked at the hub in its entirety as an asset. So we have to get back to that level of trust.
Very good.
And to your credit, Ajay and Chris, when you brought this project to COMIDA, you did indicate that, right off the bat, that you were prioritizing, you know, mending bridges and, you know, seeking to create, positive conversations with, community stakeholders, so, thank you.
For the record, it's great that you're here, you're back, you're committed to this community. And we want to see that project become very successful, because it's important not just for the community, but for the region, for the nation as a whole. We don't need to be dependent on rare earth from other places. We need to have it recycled and being, you know, something that's gonna, you know, help our environment and our community. So thank you for sticking to it.
Thank you, Mark. Any other comments, questions on this? Anything, any other updates you want? No? Okay. All right. I'll ask for a motion to approve the sale of the facility and assignment of the real property tax abatement. Moved by Brett, seconded by Ray. Any comments, questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, 39 Jetview Drive LLC, it's an extension, and we don't have a representative to talk to us about that, so.
I will read the description, certainly. 39 Jetview Drive LLC, a real estate holding company, is constructing a 52,500 square foot building for Sidor Optics, a related entity, and an additional new tenant. Sidor Optics is a manufacturer of precision optical substrates. The project, located in the town of Chilai, was originally approved in April 2021. In April 2023, an extension was approved through December 31st, 2023. In December 2024, another extension was approved through December 2025. The applicant is now seeking an additional extension of the sales tax exemption through December 31st, 2026, as the tenant canceled their lease without finishing the build-out. The applicant will now be completing the unfinished build-out.
Sounds very good. Any questions on that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much. Our executive director has some discussion items.
Thank you, Ann.
Ways we can spend money.
Yes,
Yes. So, Yamtech.
thank you. Our first discussion item here today is a support request from the Young Adult Manufacturing Training Employment Program, or YAMTEP. YAMTEP is seeking $300,000 in operational support to fund growth initiatives and accommodate 25 to 50 additional new students in the next program year. YAMTEP was the first organization to benefit from COMIDA's Workforce Development Fund initiative in 2022, and this request would represent the fourth consecutive year of partnership. At this time, I'd like to introduce Tiona McCauley from YAMTEP, who will review program results to date and provide details on this year's request. And I'll recognize also Tyrone Reeves, who is the founder of the program and with us today as well. Thanks for being here.
Yes, as she said, my name is Dr. Tiona McCauley, and I'm the Executive Director of YAMTEP. We would like to thank you for hearing our request today. In the past, our request has been for $400,000. This year, we are requesting $300,000.
Is it possible to talk just a little louder?
Oh, I'm sorry. So my name is Dr. Tiona McCauley, and I'm the Executive Director of YAMTEP. And I would like to thank the board for hearing our request today. In the past, we have requested $400,000 per year. This year, we are requesting $300,000 for our program administration. And we have, in the past year, if you look at slide 2, I believe, you will see that we have we've had over 1,200 graduates in our program. In all of our programs, we've expanded our programs as well. I'm sorry, 1,200 graduates throughout the entire duration of our program, and throughout this year, we've had over 160 graduates throughout our program. So this year, we've, as I said, we've added new programs. We're looking to focus on a pre-licensing CDL course, and we're in partnership with BOCES. So we would help them get their CDL permit, and then we can work in conjunction with BOCES for the behind-the-wheel training. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have questions from the board on this?
I just think YAMTEP is an amazing program. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Any other thoughts on that? Okay, we appreciate what you're doing.
I'm sorry?
We appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
Being successful. So I will ask for a motion to approve the execution and delivery of a contract with YAMTEP Inc. to support the Workforce Development Program in an amount not to exceed $300,000 for 1 year. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Rhett, seconded by Norm. Any other comments, questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. So, good luck to you, continued success. To you. Thank you.
Tyrone. Next, I would like to highlight some exciting updates from our Apex Accelerator program, and I'll welcome up to the podium Anna Boulay-Fitzsimmons. With recent approval from the Department of Defense Office of Small Business Programs, our COMIDA and DoD-funded Apex Accelerator has officially expanded its service territory to cover all of Western New York, and the new territory now mirrors that of the New York Smart I-Corridor Tech Hub. And in addition, just last week, we hosted the highly successful Northeastern Regional Conference here in Rochester, drawing 500 business leaders, Apex program staff, and government representatives from across the Northeast. So thank you to Anna and staff, and Anna's here to provide a quick overview and update to the board.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you to the board members. I see a few new faces, so nice to see you. Some I recognize from the way back machine. So for those of you not familiar with the Apex Accelerator, we were formerly known as the PTAC. We were a program funded through the Department of Defense Small Business Program, hosted by COMIDA. We're one of over 90 centers across the country, including territories of Guam, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. And we are here to support the supply chain at the defense and government industrial base and work mainly with small businesses one-on-one, supporting set aside for like women-owned, minority-owned, hub zone, 8As, that type of business, but also working directly with our agency partners and making sure they're aware of the innovation that we have in our region that we're sharing. So with that said, I will, and you'll get more details, I think, at next month's meeting when I do my closeout. With that said, you'll see two maps here. We don't have an official logo yet. We are working on it, and you will see it soon, hopefully by next month. But we do mirror the Tech Hub corridor of Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse. And you can see on the other map our territory in gray up at the top. And there is one apex that covers all the blue. And then in New York City, there are two other Apex accelerators. So we're one of four, including plus the Native American Apex accelerator that covers a large swath. If you flip over on the map page, some of the points I'm going to quickly highlight. So why did we do this? Really, first point is positioning, and it secures the long-term viability of our program. Again, looking at that map, we would have potentially lost, Syracuse would have had Buffalo, and the walls were closing in on us. So we were able to successfully, thanks with honest support and the board support, submit a proposal to the Department of Defense to expand it. And because of our long-term relationships in those territories, they rated our proposal higher, and we were able to acquire those territories, which works out great. You know, this is a 5-year open competition type of program. So now we really have a lockstep, and we're locking down on these territories. So we're very happy about that. And we would remain the only DoD center to lead and serve that territory from now on. So it mirrors the CHIPS Act on the I-90 corridor, which is fantastic. We're already working closely with our partners in the corridor, and we'll be supporting training efforts and supporting efforts for small businesses to get into the supply chain for the work that's starting soon outside of Syracuse. Again, it aligns with the DoD Microelectronics Commons. It showcases the innovation in the region. One of my biggest goals is to make sure we have a spotlight on what's going on in our area. And business growth and development, right? So Circle Optics is one firm that we submitted as a success story to the Department of Defense. It was chosen as one of 6 and the top of the 6. If you haven't heard of them, they do some pretty cool things. They take images and provide stitch-with seaming, so like 360 imaging. And they're going to be highlighted in a special video nationwide throughout the DoD, internally to stakeholders and so forth. So hopefully we'll be getting that soon and be able to share that. And they will be highlighting the reason you know, they were able to create those successes working with the Apex Accelerator. Prism. And Circle Optics, by the way, is led by Zach Niazzi. He's a really smart guy. Prism is another innovative company right out of RIT, and it's led by Dr. Preetam Poder. He's amazing. He's creating these, oh gosh, if you look, actually in your book, we have a list of innovation companies and what they do, because we highlighted them at our event that Anna mentioned. And he's one of the ones that presented to the 500, and they provide advanced composite manufacturing, and lightweight, and in fact, in the age of everybody's holding on to their money right now, they were just awarded a $1.25 million contract with Space Force for the work that they're doing. So very excited about that. Those are just 2 of our many success stories. So the expansion also strengthens our relationship with DoD, obviously, and local partner organizations. We become the key center, as I mentioned, for DoD component agencies and outreach partners, such as the SBA, of course, which we work very closely with. You can see the SBA regional administrator came to our event and spoke. He covers New York, New Jersey, Puerto Rico, and U.S. Virgin Islands, along with, of course, Congressman Morelli. The Tech Hub, and really important is our large DoD prime contractors. Now, we work with them throughout the country. However, we have both in Buffalo. We have right outside of Buffalo, L3 Harris, of course, here in Rochester with 2 of their components, and Lockheed Martin component in Syracuse. So we have established long-term relationships with them. This is good for our small businesses to continue to integrate into their supply chain. So I've also included a copy of the press release that the county executive sent out regarding our expansion. So the Congressman Joe Morelli and County Executive Bello were very excited about this expansion and announced it. And so our new name is, you want to announce it, Anna, shall I? Monroe County Upstate New York Apex Accelerator. So we're really excited about it. We thank you for your consistent and long-term support. You'll be hearing many more details from me in terms of stats and how the program is faring at next month's board meeting. I can tell you that last year, our return on investment, just for locally, was $1,500 for every dollar spent. So we're really able to support those business growth and development in our area.
Thanks, Anna.
All right, any questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
All for reporting that you've done, so thank you.
I'm gonna skip over our dashboard for this month because it's pretty steady as she goes. Nothing new to report, but before I close executive director discussion items, I wanna take a very special moment. As you all know, today marks the conclusion of an extraordinary era for COMIDA. After 20 years of dedicated service to this board and nearly a decade as chair, Ann Burr is retiring from COMIDA. And your leadership has been nothing short of transformational. Under your steady hand, COMIDA has become one of the most productive IDAs in New York State, second only to New York City in project activity. You've guided us as we reinvested project revenues into programs that strengthen the community, workforce development, downtown revitalization, business retention and expansion. We've bolstered our commitment to and the strength of our local labor policy. We've strengthened our relationships with the county's taxing jurisdictions, including and especially the city of Rochester. And this year, thanks to your vision, we stand poised to finalize a long-awaited assessment of the housing market, and that work will help shape policies to deliver much-needed affordable and workforce housing. You've been a mentor and an inspiration to me personally, to our staff, and a model of servant leadership for the entire community. We're joined here today by 3 very special people. Monroe County Executive Adam Bello, your loving husband, Vince Bizarre, and and Judy Seil, who for many years served as COMIDA's Executive Director and Director of Planning and Development. We're so grateful that all of you could be here to share in this moment. So before I conclude, and the next item on the agenda is Chair Burr discussion items, but I would like to also introduce the County Executive to say a few words and make a special announcement. So County Executive Bello, thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Anna. It's just a privilege to be here with all of you today. I'm going to start obviously by thanking all our board members for your service here to Monroe County and all of your efforts to work together to grow our economy here in Monroe County. But today, I really wanted to be here to celebrate the remarkable contributions of Ann Burr to the COMIDA board, but really your contributions to the community, our community as a whole. Now, I don't come over here very often, okay? So this is
I'm in trouble.
see everybody.
Whatever it is,
It's a
I'm in
special
trouble.
occasion. But I had a couple thoughts I wanted to share. First of all, on behalf of the community, I want to say thank you. Your journey with us here has been nothing short of transformative, and it is really with an immense amount of gratitude that we want to acknowledge your indelible mark on Monroe County. Now, many of you know that Ann was in the midst of a distinguished 35-year career in the telecommunications and cable industry when she joined the COMIDA board back in 2005. Her exceptional leadership made her a natural choice as a leader as chair of the board a position that she graciously accepted in 2016. Now, in that role, Ann provided a steady hand guiding COMIDA through challenging times and consistently refocusing the agency on its core mission, which is driving economic growth for our community. Over the past several years in particular, Ann has spearheaded what can only be described as an unprecedented period of investment and innovation in our community. Under her guidance and leadership, COMIDA facilitated over $4 billion in new capital projects in just the last 5 years alone. $4 billion. And it wasn't just about attracting big numbers. It's about the impact that that's having here, helping us retain more than 5,000 jobs, create more than 4,000 new jobs in high-growth sectors, uplifting countless local workers and their families. And we've seen tangible results all around us. Major projects, Amazon's distribution centers, Constellation Brands' new headquarters right down the street, and of course, the monumental Fairlife project that's being built in Webster. The Fairlife project, $650 million investment, is the largest industrial development project in our county's history. Over 500 construction jobs, permanent high-paying jobs, hundreds of them boosting the agriculture business. That doesn't just impact here in Monroe County, but the region as a whole. And these projects aren't just buildings. They're pillars of the economic future. And Ann's leadership was instrumental in their foundation. But we didn't just do buildings. We also, back in 2022, undertook the COMIDA Modernization Initiative to reimagine how we drive our economic growth and invest in our people. A true centerpiece was the creation of the Workforce Development Fund. The innovative program directly reinvests COMIDA dollars into crucial workforce training and talent development, directly supporting the very projects that the COMIDA board is supporting. It's a testament to Ann's forward-thinking approach, creating a model that's become a statewide example of innovative economic development. Over the last decade, Ann Burr's vision and leadership have had a transformative effect on this community. And I know I join all of you and countless others in being tremendously grateful for her service. And I do want to say on a personal note, you know, it's interesting all the changes that have gone on in this county over the last 20 years. Politically, economically, the personnel that changes and everything that changes. Even a global pandemic that we worked our way through while breaking these records, right? These development records. But I said this to Ann, and I want to say it, you know, out here as well, as Ann said to me several years ago when I became county executive. We're having conversations around the future of the board and the initiatives that are going on. Ann said to me, you know, that she was open to retirement from the board because she said that as a new county executive, there's a new legislature, and we deserve to have the opportunity to appoint our people. And I said, Ann, you are my people. I said, you are my team. And so I was just really delighted that you stayed on as chair of the board, and really just grateful that you stuck with it for 20 years, sitting around this table. It really is remarkable. So I'd like to do a couple things here. I have a plaque that I'd like to present to you. So Ann, if you want to come up here forward, I'm not going to read the whole plaque because of the second thing I'm going to announce, but I'll ask you in just a second. But on behalf of Monroe County, I would like to present this plaque to appreciate an appreciation of Ann's service to our community as chair of the COMIDA board and all the investments that I just spoke to, and wish her well on all of your future endeavors.
Yep.
All right, and then do we need to adjourn the meeting?
I was wondering,
Or
maybe
can I just
perhaps,
invite people?
let's make this special announcement and then perhaps Ann can share a few words and we'll adjourn.
Okay, why don't we do that? So this might be a little unusual. I think it's fine. So I'm going to ask, I'm the county executive. So we're going to just pause the business of the meeting real quick. I'd actually like everybody to join me out in the hallway where I have a special announcement to make. So join me for this event.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you.
Very good.
Oh, great.
There are challenges, especially the housing issue.
If you guys don't mind, head out.
We can do it on the other side. They did, oh. Okay.
To do our chair, our last chair board discussion item before we have a few refreshments and we have some cake as well.
Don't sit on your phone, so you.
Oh, thank you.
That was our special surprise for you, Oh, I know. Well, your mark, like the county executive said, your mark will be on the building permanently.
How appropriate, because how long have we been here? Has it been
Right,
a year?
right, right.
Recent,
Yes.
it's awesome.
As we get settled, I thought if Ann, if you feel comfortable, if you'd like to share a few words while we're still on the record, to close out your last meeting as chair, and as, to close out 20 years of service to COMIDA.
Thank you very much. I guess closing comments, I was thinking about this 20-year business, and that's a long time, and I thought, well, maybe it's a good idea to leave when you're announcing your own departure rather than having them kick you out. I think we're done, and so, but thank you, Adam, for that very special acknowledgement. My goodness, makes me have a few tears. But it's really been an honor to serve this community and all of my fellow board members. It doesn't seem like 20 years, you know, started under Maggie Brooks and then Cheryl Knopfel, and then fortunately for me, County Executive Adam Bello, who's been really a partner with us all along with so many of our initiatives. Workforce Development Fund was his idea. We said, yeah, we can do that. We can reinvest those revenues and turn them into getting people with jobs and trained and so forth. And I think you talked about a lot of the strides that we've made, and it's just been a pleasure to work also with Anna and her team. and Robin, Finnerty and Allison Clark, and I can't say goodbye without saying goodbye to Rachel. I thought maybe the little baby was gonna come with her. No? Not yet. You're training her.
He's
though,
studying
right?
for the LSAT right now.
But it's really the team that made things happen behind the board members. We've all worked hard, but I wanna acknowledge the board because it's a monthly thing, it's a cycle, and lots of extra time outside of the formal meetings where we, were expected to, chip in and call for the projects to be approved. I think that if I were to just say one thing, that I've seen various phases of the board. We have a very strong board right now. A lot of our members are new members, which is great for us. It's healthy for an organization. So we appreciate all of you who have cycled in, and for those like Brett and Lisa who've been here for a very long time, but not long enough, I might add. And then bringing in Brian Hickey and Ray and Truman, who's not here, who's the vice chair. So I think that, everyone is in good hands, and it was an honor for me to be here. I really enjoy working with all of you. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ann. Thank you all. And now
Shall we adjourn the meeting?
I think we shall.
Okay, thank you very much. All those in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.